Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of NC-17. My name is Josh. Today we are going to do a movie review for Zombie Apocalypse Redemption. It's a good movie. It's came out in 2011 and stars a few people. It's got Johnny Gale. I want to say that's how you pronounce his last name. Could be Gale. I don't know. Gale. But Fred Williamson, and it's got my very dear good friend, awesome dude, Diedrich Davis. So story is Johnny plays a guy named Knox who is kind of like a wanderer in a wasteland and stuff like that, and he comes across this group of scavengers, or this good group that's led by Fred Williamson's character named Moses, and they don't trust him at first. Which, I mean, it's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. I mean, I get why you wouldn't trust somebody, but it's he soon proves that he's not a bad guy. And there's a multitude of people in this group. Tons of people, and my friend Diedrich Davis plays a character named Billy, who is kind of like the heart and soul of the movie. He's definitely who I would consider being part of the conscience of the movie. But there's quite a few people like that in there. But yeah, so Knox's character, after proving himself and everything that he's not a bad guy and joining with this group, they're all like a family. It's good. But there is another group of, we're gonna call them post-apocalyptic raiders who they pillage and like do horrible, unspeakable things to people, just to get their stuff. And it's pretty much group against group for supplies, but the zombies are also there too. So the zombies and this bad group, the raiders, they yeah, I mean, they do a lot of damage. A lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of carnage in this movie. Some good CGI, some good practical effects. Acting is good. It's I mean, I like the movie, but I mean, it may not be for everybody. That just being sane, but I do like how each character kind of gave. Each character had a plan of why they were there, and it made sense to me. So I mean, it was definitely something that I kind of look for in every movie. Is like, can characters play well off of each other? Can they make good use of these characters and stuff like that? And they do. They did. I mean, I liked it. I liked the way that they filmed it. The cinematography was good. The music was good. There was some really good lines of dialogue in this that made sense for a zombie apocalypse. No pun intended. But no, it was definitely something different. Kind of like a different take of a zombie apocalypse, because you see zombie movies and it's like, you're all running, you're stuck in one place, you're doing this, you're doing that. And, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, and I mean, like, zombie movies are my favorite. I mean, I'll watch from the best zombie movies to the worst zombie movies, and trust me, I've seen some pretty bad zombie movies. This falls kind of toward the upper of good. It's above average zombie movie, which I do appreciate. And Diedrich Davis, he plays a good character. Like I said, his name in the movie is called Billy. I'm not gonna give no spoilers, but in the scenes he's in, he does really good, and they take advantage. Like, every single character takes advantage of the screen time that they have to prove that, hey, I'm doing what I can to make this movie good, and they do. They really do. And Fred Williamson, I mean, a lot of people might know him from Dust Till Dawn or Original Gangsters. But it's good to see that he also does the independent films too, because without like people who love the industry, who love the genre, without them doing like these big names, without them doing these independent movies, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, we need the money, we need the money, we need this, we need that. That's not these people. These people, they independent film is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to go for any movie, whether it be horror, comedy, whatever. Just because the independent filmmaker, independent movie star, tends to want to do more because they're putting in work in what they love to do. So it's definitely good to see a name like Fred Williamson attached to a film like this, which it's a good film. But even without Fred Williamson, I think this movie still would have been good. You know, and I'm not just saying that because I'm friends with one of the people who stars in the movie, but I just think that every movie deserves at least one watch. But this one I've watched multiple times, and I thoroughly do enjoy it. I have shown this to a couple of friends. They've liked it, and it it's good. It's not your typical zombie movie though, because it's not all blood and gore and everything like that. I want to trust me. There's blood and there's gore, but it's not all like there. But the substance of the film is, how does this group of people survive against a multitude of villains, or like monsters and stuff like that. It's definitely in the wheelhouse of a strong, good independent film, which I appreciate. And zombies were good, and there was tons of zombies. They made use of what looked like a castle. I think it was a castle, but it was definitely had some funny stuff in it. But it made sense. I mean, I don't know, but the last 15 to 20 minutes of the movie was pretty much batshit crazy. Which in any horror movie or any zombie movie for that matter, that's what you would expect. Just a whole bunch of violence, and that's what happens. So this group of people try to survive against the zombies and the raiders, and I will say not everybody makes it out alive. I'm not going to tell you who. You have to watch it though. But I would definitely suggest watching it. You can check it out on streaming on Tubi or YouTube, or go out and buy a copy. I have a copy. And it's refreshing to know that people are putting out movies that they love, and you could tell that the people in this movie loved what they were doing, because it showed on screen, on camera, for ton like it was just a good movie. I rate movies 1 to 10, 10 being best, 1 being worst. uh I'll give my rating here in a couple minutes, but I will say that at the end of the day, do you choose good or evil? I mean, everyone has a choice, and in the apocalypse, I mean, most will choose whatever they feel is the safest way to go. And if you got, someone who's saying, hey, follow me and we'll go to the promised land, but then you find out they're not good, yeah, you kind of got an issue. But, the choices they make in this movie really do make sense. Like, I mean, it you can't really fault somebody for doing what they do. But, yeah, definitely good. I would say check it out. Again, it stars Johnny Joe as Knox, Fred Williamson as Moses, and my friend Diedrich Davis as Billy. Billy, that character is awesome, and just his on-screen presence, whoever he was with, like you can see, brought joy to this man because that's what he loves to do. He's been in other things. Check his IMDb out, and I would say definitely buy this movie, or at least give it a watch. And yeah, it was good. So for my rating, anything above a 5 is good for me because that means it's above average. Average and below, mm, depending on where you fall. I'm actually going to give this movie a strong 7.5. I would give it an 8, but it was just a little. I needed a little bit more. And it's no disrespect toward the movie or anything. So a strong 7.5. Please comment, subscribe, like, and if there's anything you would like for me or Lisa when she joins us again, because she's been out and about doing her thing. If there are any movies you would like for us to review, let us know in the comments. We'll review them, whether it be horror, comedy, action, whatever. Yeah. So until next time, stay NC-17.